I saw this YouTube short the other day explaining how Christianity grew so quickly in the first century and beyond. I found it really quite inspiring. The early church really experienced explosive growth, going from a small band of followers in Judea in the first century to an estimated 30 million within the space of just a few centuries. So here's that clip. According to this clip, all it took was for each follower, on average, to reach just 3 people for Jesus per year. And within a few generations, it went from the small band of followers to the biggest faith in the entire world. I find that really inspiring. And I wanted to see what would happen if every Christian in the world today was able to reach just 3 people for Jesus in the coming year. Because of course, we're not starting from a tiny group anymore. We're not at square one. There are quite a few Christians in the world already. In fact, as of August 2024, there are around 546 million evangelical Christians. If each of them then were able to reach just 3 people this year, that would add 1.6 billion new followers of Christ. If that 1.6 billion reached 3 more the following year, that would add nearly 5 billion more followers of Christ. So huge growth is possible if each individual Christian today just does their bit. With enough raindrops, you get a torrent, you get an ocean. Remember, Jesus gave us all the Great Commission saying, "I've been given all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Teach these new disciples to obey all the commands I have given you, and be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." The Great Commission was given to everyone, and if we're intentional about it, the possibilities are actually incredible. Sometimes we look at the scale of the problems in the world and it all seems so insurmountable. So many people lost and confused and pursuing mistaken ideologies filled with hatred and rage. It's all such a mess, it all seems so hopeless. But if each of us could just reach 3 or 4 people on average this year, the impact would be world-changing, literally world-changing. And I just think that's got to be possible, right? If we're intentional. John Piper once said, there are only 3 responses to the Great Commission: go, send, or disobey. Either you make converts yourself, you send and support others who are doing this work, or you disobey. Those are the only 3 options available to us. And as I've been highlighting in recent videos, Jesus really is the only hope for our world. He's our only hope for freedom and democracy, and most importantly, our only hope for salvation. There's nothing more worthwhile that we could be investing in or contributing towards than the spread of the Christian message. He is the foundation of our civilization and our only hope for eternity. It's the most important thing. And I think if we set our minds to it, we can do this. Together, we can do this. This seems possible. We just have to be intentional. So a question to ask yourself today is, how am I going to reach just 3 people for God's kingdom? Am I contributing to this effort? If not, how can I? How can I get involved and contribute towards this effort? Because there's nothing more important that you could be doing with your life. Let's work on this and let's make it happen.